Hey, welcome back. We're here in the heart of Austin, Texas.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
On 6th Street, where all the good food and all the good bars
all the damn good tacos are.
Frontlines, Fuel of War from Chaos Studios in Manhattan. This makes me so happy. This is out for the Xbox 360 and PC.
Touches you right there?
It touches me right here. Don't touch the mic, but yeah.
Touches in the heart?
Yeah, it touches my heart because we went and visited those guys and...
Without me?
Yeah, we were there when we shot without you, man. Sorry about that. It was a great trip, and I was really impressed with the studio, really impressed with the team out there, and they built a great game. A lot of the guys that worked on previous Battlefield games, they worked on multiplayer components, and they said, no, we don't want to be part of this merger with EA. Let's split off and make our own studio. This is a great looking, great playing.
It's probably the best first-person shooter I've played this year.
In 2008?
2008?
Yeah, I think it's one of the top of 2008 for sure. This and Turok give me hope for the future of FPS. Not necessarily because these guys, both companies, Propaganda and Chaos, have made games that have totally revolutionized the genre.
Yeah.
But they've made really good games as their first kick at the can. Let's set up the story a little bit in Frontlines. Frontlines takes place in the year 2024. They give you this whole chronological backstory of what happened.
The story was good. The way they broke it down was kind of like Resistance.
Yeah. I loved it. It was very creepy. It's about the events that take us to World War III. We've got China and Russia teaming up against the West, and then there's a whole bunch of battles chasing for fuel, right? Everybody's go after the oil.
The fuel of the war.
That's right.
Hence the name, Frontlines Fuel of War.
Yeah, but it's sort of rooted in reality. You know, there's some sci-fi kind of stuff in there. Once you get into the gameplay, the action is really fast. It's really furious. I love the sensation, even with the AI teammates, that you felt like you were in a battle. It felt like there was other people with you.
But your teammates weren't really that much
They're not smart, no. The single player is a little bit light, but it's not completely tacked on. It's short.
It's about 5 hours.
But you get to try everything in the game. You get to get up in the helicopter. You get to try all the cool little drones and all the cool little toys that you get.
That was my favorite added touch. The little, you can send your car out with a machine gun on it or with like a bomb attached to it.
I love the little choppers, little RC choppers with rockets that you could go and take out guys ahead of you, and then you come in with your sniper and take those out.
You pretty much had to. Those guys those little gadgets were nice.
Oh, they really come in handy. I love that. I thought that was great. But all of that leads us to the best part about this game, which is the multiplayer.
The multiplayer.
The credits.
The credits were awesome.
The credit sequence is the best. No, the multiplayer is what this game is all about.
50?
You can have 50
25
people.
on 25.
On Xbox Live.
Xbox Live.
Awesome. And this really detailed, hyper-destructible environment. Very fast-moving. There's a commander that can actually give you commands, and if everybody follows properly, you're actually going to win.
Same thing for Call of Duty. Call of Duty was a short game.
Yeah.
Awesome multiplayer.
And as great as Call of Duty was, I don't think it left such a crater that there isn't room in first-person shooter fans' lives for another fantastic shooter.
I'm just happy to see another first-person shooter step up to the caliber. Of Call of Duty 4, which was my favorite game last year.
Frontlines Fuel of War, terrific game. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
I'm giving it an 8.5.
All right, don't go away. The fighting has just begun. When we come back, we're taking a look at the club. What do you think about Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube?
Well, you know, I gotta tell you, it's another GameCube letdown, another GameCube disappointment in my book. It goes down, another check one off.
I agree. I was not impressed with this game. And maybe the idea originally was kind of cool, but you know what? Now it's just a gimmick, especially on these amazing brand new consoles. And the GameCube is so powerful. I don't want to play an N64 game on the GameCube.
Right. It has all the great Nintendo characters like Mario and Donkey Kong, and was Yoshi in there?
Yoshi's in there.
The princess. So you basically pick one character or a bunch of characters, and you fight against another character in some kind of Nintendo game environment. Kind of seems like it could be interesting, but the reality is that all you're doing really is just pushing buttons, and I didn't feel like there was any strategy whatsoever.
I'm giving this a 3 out of 10.
Wow, 3.
It's just not impressive.
Right.
The GameCube is supposed to be about the next steps and the next level of gameplay. This is exactly the same kind of gameplay.
Preach on, brother.
3 out of 10.
I give it a 2.5.
Hey, welcome back. We're talking about Sega's The Club, which is a new What kind of game is it? It's not a first person.
No,
it's like a third-person running gunner.
You know what it is? It's Gears of War meets an old game called War from Midway.
So it's Gears of
War made as an arcade game, and it's made by Bizarre Creations, who brought us the
Geometry Wars
and the Project Gotham racing games.
It's quite a step.
And I like this game. I think it's really fun.
It was fun.
But what excites me about this game is that Bizarre Creations have kind of turned a corner on the content that they create.
I mean, yeah, Geometry Wars 2, the club.
Yeah, but this is what's really cool. Activision owns these guys, and they also own the rights to James Bond. And the rumor is that Bizarre Creations is building the next James Bond game, so they know racing and they know gun battling, as is evidenced by this game. So they should be able to make us a pretty kick-ass James Bond game.
So the next 007 game is going to be the sequel to the club.
Could be. Should be called Quantum of Solace, which is a weird name. That's the next James Bond game. But anyways, let's talk about this game. It's a run-and-gun action title, and it's basically...
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, don't think about anything. It's kind of like a Jason Statham film as directed by Michael Bay.
Ooh.
Don't you think?
That was good.
Yeah, you like that? Okay. You run and gun. There is really no cover mechanic in the game, which kind of sucks because there's all kinds of really cool areas where you think you could sneak up and pop out and do things like that, but you can't. You're really just like...
Just shooting and trying to stay alive.
You get shot a lot, and you shoot a lot, and there's lots of health pickups. It's completely unrealistic.
But the
physics are weird.
The goal is to keep a running combo through killing people.
Yeah, it's like the kudos system in Gotham.
Exactly.
But now it's killing as much as you can and keeping that combo
So the
up.
more kills you can get in a length of time is how many points you're going to get at the end, and each kill adds another multiplier to it.
And they have different
icons.
Yeah, there's lots of icons, lots of arcadey video game, conventions throughout this experience. And there's lots of different levels. They're spread out all over the world. You get like a steel mill. Well, yeah, okay.
You get 8.
8 levels, but they break them down. I did like that they break them down into different kind of routes through the levels, so it feels like you do see a lot of the same areas, or routes. You do see a lot of the same areas, but you traverse them in different ways. And the character designs are great too, although not enough done with them. I mean, the cutscenes that take you in...
They look good from when you're selecting them, but then you just see the back of their head for the rest of the match.
And they have cutscenes, but they don't really do too much to draw you in and really care about these guys at all. It's got online play, which is kind of reminiscent of Gears of War, but dumbed down, if you can believe it.
Yeah.
But the gunfighting's pretty fun. The chain gun's pretty good. I think you gravitate a lot to the machine guns. They seem to be the most useful weapons. Shotgun takes too long to reload.
You like the
handguns.
Dirty Harry, the Callahan.
Yeah, the Callahan. That's all right. You know what though? I mean, it looks decent. The animations are pretty cool.
The online mode?
Online mode is not. I mean, it works, but there's nobody playing. Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those cult hits. I think it's going to. Yeah, and I think it's going to last for a while. And I believe.
I thought it got very repetitive.
I enjoyed it, man. I'm not going to dog it too much. I think it's a solid game. I think shooter fans should check it out. Maybe not be the perfect addition because there's a lot of good choice out there. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10.
I'm going to give it a 7.
All right, today in hardware, we're taking a look at a keyboard that is kind of made for people that do a little bit of traveling. So you might have a LAN party, you take your big...
or who like playing games underwater.
Or if you like playing games underwater, it's a rubberized, flexible keyboard from a company called Adesso.
Adesso, the 1.21 gigawatt Back to the Future flexible keyboard.
That's it. No, it's the AKB 220. Beautiful name. It's a rubberized, flexible keyboard that you can roll up and just stick in your pocket if you want to, and stick it into your laptop bag or whatever you want. Put it under your shirt. Not that we're doing anything like that. I think this might be the one that Batman uses as built-in armor.
Utility keyboard?
Yeah, just like
when he's got to send off emails.
Right out. Yeah, it's bulletproof as well. No, it's spill-proof. Yeah, we took a look at this thing, and I like the concept. I like the idea because it's light. It's very portable. It seems very durable. But you know what? It also has to be useful. And I plugged it in, I hooked it up to my laptop to just give it a shot on typing and just general stuff. And it wasn't recognizing my key command.
Well, you need kind of a hard surface to like have it on when you're typing.
I had it on the table. That's a hard surface.
Well, I tried it like on my belly.
Oh, that's a hard surface.
On a pillow.
Yeah, check that out. That's, look at that. That's
I tried it right there. I tried a little something, it's like typing.
Did you break it?
That's when I punctured the A, the B, and the S buttons.
Your six-pack.
I broke the ads.
You killed it. I think if they had fixed the keyboard sensitivity, I think it would be a pretty cool device, but I'm not going to recommend it.
I'm going to recommend it with an asterisk.
Hey, don't go away. When we come back, it's a big fishing versus. First time Fubar and I are reviewing fishing games together.
Won't be the last.
I really hope it is. It's Sega Bass Fishing going up against Fishing Master for the Wii.